Hello everyone. Just wanted to welcome in here. I promised to do a little in-depth um, description of the backgrounds for the Dungeons and Dragons figures if anyone doesn't know or watch cartoons. Um, One thing that was great about the 80s cartoons is they were given a toy idea, like these or Transformers or G.I. Joe. And like the concept, and then the writers would create the in-depth characters, in-depth angles. In a lot of ways, the cartoons then they had a lot of adult themes that we don't see in cartoons now. We don't even see them in some adult shows or movies now. And this is a really cool concept, as it was, these kids, then with Eric, Diane, and Presto, went on a amusement park ride, and they ended up going through a portal into the world of Dungeons and Dragons, where they were greeted by the dungeon master who gave them their mystical weapons, like Sheila the invisibility cloak, Hank with his energy bow, and Bobbie with his magic club. And they also ended up running into Tiamat and Venger. And Venger is always trying to get their weapons, because with them he'd be unbeatable. He could actually defeat Tiamat and take over the realm. But their personal relationships are always cool. In the cartoon, they kind of unofficially pushed Hank and Sheila together as a couple. Well, that kind of sort of worked. To me, it almost felt like he was more her big brother, because it just worked that way. Like I said, Bobbie is actually her little brother. So he's impetuous and runs off. Like he's got the magic club that can knock down mountains. He wants to run, a typical barbarian. He wants to run in, beat bad people up, impose his will. He's very fiery. He's very, attack oriented, so to speak. Barbarian. Sheila tries to rein him in, try to keep him out of trouble. And a lot of times Hank is the one that steps in as a group's leader, and a lot of times saves Bobbie. And so it's a cool dynamic in that one. Like I said, Hank is just a de facto leader that kind of keeps the personalities in line. They just follow him. I don't know the exact ages or whatnot. I believe he is the oldest. Like I said, it's a really cool dynamic with these three. But like I said, they tried to push Hank and Sheila kind of as a couple. Personally, I didn't really see that. For me, and I know I'm not alone in this, but the real couple was actually Hank and Diana. I think they're probably the two oldest in the group. They're the two most level-headed in a lot of ways. And she's like his number two. He's like one, she's his 1A. Kind of equal, but she kind of defers to him. But it's both of them are awesome characters. She's an acrobat, and stuff that can go from, they can extend and everything else, do the magical things for her. So it was a cool dynamic. I think that was the real couple in the group, just because they're the two leaders. They're the two, most alike in a lot of ways. They can almost feel like natural, bonding with them. But I can definitely see why, Sheila might have more like to maybe have the crush on Hank. As he is the older one, he's the responsible one. But just like I said, him and Diane just seem like the real couple to me. So that's pretty good. This is my little insight into them. I'll have Eric and Presto in a little bit. Thanks for joining me.